Hey guys, welcome back to another Hammers and Dice battle report. This time we're diving into the Battle of Fall, where the Imperial fists are ambushed by the hated Iron Warriors, and we launch a desperate counter-assault onto an Iron Warrior ship. So we're actually doing our first Zone Mortalis mission of our battle reports, which, I mean, we haven't done that many so far, but so we're very excited about this. I actually love playing Zone Mortalis. It's like a good change of pace from the regular missions. We're doing Strategium Assault today. I feel like it fits. Like the Iron Warriors will be the defenders, and the Imperial Fists will be the attackers trying to get into their zone. If you don't know, if you haven't played Zone Mortalis before, the rules are a little bit different. You can't have any units in normal reserves, essentially. Every type of unit has a certain points allotted to it. And at the start of the game, you have 6 points. Actually, you as the defender have 8 for this mission. I have 6. Right, yeah. And using those points, you put as many units as you want that you can afford to pay in the first turn. And then every turn from then on, you get an additional 2 points. The cool thing as well is if you save up enough points, you can spend extra points to come in from the side or even from your opponent's edge. So you got to be very strategic with your point values. We each brought 2,000 point lists, which means there's a good chance we're probably not going to get everything on the board today. So we have to be very strategic about what we put on the board when and what's going to be most valuable to win the game. So we're going to dive into our lists. Would you like to go first?
Sure, yeah. So I'm running Iron Warriors with the Hammer of Olympia Rite of War, which gives all of my shrapnel weapons reroll 1s to hit, and some other benefits that are only really useful in non-Zone Mortalis games, but I like the detachment, so I keep it. We're led by a Warsmith who's equipped with a Paragon weapon and a boarding shield, and he has the Warsmith upgrade, so he also has a servo arm and the benefits of Master of Automata, which is fitting because he will be leading a unit of 2 Iron Circle Automata, Perturaba's personal bodyguard, who hit things with graviton mauls and have boarding shields that give them a 4-up invuln and then make charges disordered against them. As another elite's choice, we have a squad of 10 Dominator Terminators with Thunderhammers and Combi Bolters. And our final elite's choice is a Contemptor Dreadnought who has 1 Chain Fist and a Graviton Crusher on his other hand. He has a Havoc Launcher on his shoulders and then 2 inbuilt Meltaguns in his hands. Additionally, we have 2 squads of Tactical Marines. They're maxed out at 15, and they have Shrapnel Bolters and Chainswords, led by a Sergeant, and then also have a Vexilla on them. And our last choice is a heavy support choice with 6 Tyrant Siege Terminators with the basic loadout of Power Fist and Combi Bolter.
I will go into the Imperial Fists. By the way, this is not my army. This is Beto's army. He has graciously let us borrow it. So this is my first time playing Fists. I've played against them many times. My Warlord is a Praetor with a Mastercrafted Paragon Blade, a Vigil Storm Shield, and a Combi Volkite Charger to add 5 extra points. He has the Solar Marshal Warlord trait, so his unit gets an additional reaction in any phase as long as it's just his unit. And they also get +1 weapon skill, which is pretty great. He's running with a Huskarl Retinue squad. They've all been upgraded to have Solarite Power Gauntlets, which is the Strength 10 Power Fists. I have 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts. In Zone Mortalis, it's actually in the rules, you can only have 1 Dreadnought per 1,000 points. So because we're the 2,000 point list, I have 2 of them in separate slots. One of them has dual fists, and I've upgraded with inbuilt Elastis cannons. And one of them has a Gravis Las cannon and a fist with the Elastis cannon as well. For troops, I have a 10-man Breacher squad. The Sergeant has a Thunderhammer and Artificer armor, and there's also a Meltagun in there. I have 2 tactical squads. One of them is a 15-man with a Vexilla. The Sergeant has a Power Fist and Artificer armor. And the other is a 10-man with just Artificer armor and Power Fist. For heavy support, I have a 10-man Elastis Assault Cannon squad, and the Sergeant has Artificer armor. And then fast attack is a Phalanx Warder squad. The Sergeant has Solar Gauntlet and Artificer armor. I was saying to Dane before the game, before we started rolling, because I've never played Fist before, I honestly had no idea that Phalanx Wardens were fast attack because I've only ever seen them run in Stone Gauntlet where they're troops. So it was a little bit of a surprise for me putting this list together. But there you have our lists. And we'll see you when we're deployed. For Strategium Assault, the attacker wins if they manage to kill all of the defender's units in the defender's deployment zone and they manage to be inside of it. The defenders win if they have units in their deployment zone and there's no attackers in their deployment zone. And then if both sides have units in the defender's deployment zone, then we win based on victory points. The Zone Mortalis secondary objectives are Counterstrike, where the player going second gets a victory point if they are the first to destroy a unit. Champions of Renown, so you get a victory point if a character kills another character in a challenge. And then Blood Toll, every HQ or elite that is removed as a casualty, you get a point. And then the reactions, we keep our Legion reactions, but the core reactions for movement, shooting, and assault are different. We'll get into those as we get into the game. All right, so because this is an Iron Warriors vessel, Dean has chosen his deployment zone as a defender. Why don't you walk us through your deployment?
Sure. So my goal is to keep the Imperial fists out of these two 12 by 12 squares. So I'm hoping to post up and focus on repelling rather than overextending myself. So up here we have a beefy front line of Tyrant Siege Terminators who, as heavy support, cost 3 of my 8 reinforcement points to set up. So I want to get them out on the board quickly because I only gain 2 points per turn, and I don't want them getting stuck off the board later on down the line. We have our Tactical Marines posted up here with their shrapnel bolters, which are shorter range than standard bolters at 18 inches, but as Hammer of Olympia, they always gain the extra shot instead of needing to stand still. So hopefully opening up with 45 shots into whoever comes through that door. Over here, we have the Warsmith and his bodyguard, trying to get them on the board right away because during the first deployment phase, the HQ cost of deployment is halved down from 4 to 2. So getting him on the board as early as possible is ideal. So again, another beefy unit that might push up to meet his dreadnoughts as they come to get me. But otherwise, just holding firm right now.
Okay, and then we'll swing around for my deployment. I was pretty conservative with my first deployment. I deployed my HQ with his retinue, again, because it's half the points in the first turn. So even though they're pretty slow, they can only get their 6-inch moves slogging up the board. It's better that than having them not get on the board at all. Then I have one Dreadnought that came in to apply some pressure. And then everything else is just kind of sitting back here. I'm thinking I might try to save up some points and coming around the edges so they're not just slogging it up the board and getting shot to all hell by a lot of fire on their way up. Also, just a quick little note about doors in Zone Mortalis. Doors start closed. A model can open them when they reach base contact unless they ran. You can't run through a door, but as part of your normal movement, you can just walk right through it. While the doors are closed, they block line of sight. And Dean also can lock 3 doors. Which would you like to pick the doors you want to lock now?
Yeah, so when they're locked, they can only be opened by attacking them, and they have vehicle profiles.
So they basically have a vehicle profile of
AV10, 3 hull points.
It's like vehicle profile, it's 10, 3 hull points. I mean, it's pretty easy to destroy, but I have to either shoot it or assault it, which means I'm not moving. So it's a pretty effective way to block me. Yeah,
and that's part of why I picked these deployment zones. I think I'm going to trap Randy in here with this one locked, and in case he tries to flank me, I'm going to lock that back corner as well.
Okay.
On this side, yeah.
That side.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. As the attacker, I have the first turn, did you want to seize? Did you save any points for that or no?
I didn't save any points for that.
Okay.
No.
So I'll just go into my first turn. I don't think it's going to be very exciting, but we'll come back after my movement. Not a very exciting first turn. I decided to just move my Dreadnought around the side here. I probably should have deployed him there in the first place. So at least this way he can move up and not have to worry about getting shot during Dean's first turn. Here, my Huskarls assaulted the door. They're strength 10, so it's auto glancing, and auto hitting because it's a building, so we didn't even think it made sense to roll. So this door has been destroyed, but obviously they can't actually consolidate afterwards because you can't do that assaulting buildings. So they're basically right where they were. So on to Dean's first turn movement. Why don't you walk us through your first turn?
Sure. I've taken advantage of my wide open doors and moved into this center area, trying to stay out of Randy's charge range here. So even if the Dreadnought comes up to the extent of its movement, I should be relatively safe from a charge. And then over here, the Tyrants have shifted slightly up to open that door and give themselves a little bit of line of sight. Not sure exactly what they're waiting for or where the Imperial Fists will be emerging from, but it felt like a safe shooting corridor. So keeping it pretty tight over there. Hoping to fill in over here in a moment. But yeah, that's where we landed.
So that's the end of turn 1. Turn 2, I get 2 additional reinforcement points. So I have 2 left over from the first, so I have 4 now. So I'll take a minute to think about what I want to have come on and where, and we'll come back with my movement. Turn 2 movement is over for the Imperial Fists. I moved my Dreadnought through the door here. I kept him a little bit back because I know he can't charge, and I want to make it a little bit hard for him to for them to charge at him. And then also I can shoot with my Elastis cannons at them. These guys moved up through the door and tried to kind of stay hidden so they don't get completely destroyed by some incoming fire in the next turn. And then I had 4 points. So I used all 4 to flank with my heavy support squad here. I lined them up so that they can get shots off. This way also, anything else he brings on from his edge, they'll hopefully be able to intercept it. So it kind of gives me a little bit of a pressure point. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm gonna start off with this squad shooting. So half the squad is able to see, the other half is blocked by this pillar here. So that's 20 shots hitting on 2s. And then they're wounding on 5s, rending on 6s. Okay, so that is 5 saves and 1 rend.
All right, we'll take the 1 rend on our 4-up invulnerable save, and we'll take 1. And then on our 3-up armor save on the others, we'll take a total of 4.
And then the Dreadnought is gonna shoot at them as well. He's got the 2 cannons in his fists. So that's going to be 3 rends and 1 save.
Yeah, we'll do the rends first on our 4-up. We take 1, and that'll kill the wounded one. And then a 3-up for the other one. Take another wound.
Okay. Managed to do a little bit of damage here, which is good. I am worried though, because he can still get a point if he kills one of my squads before I kill one of his. So that'll do it for my turn, and we'll come back with Dean's movement in turn 2. So Dean brought on his Dreadnought with his reinforcement points. He was very sneaky with the way he did it. I only have 3 guys who have line of sight on him. So that's gonna be 12 shots. And I'm gonna be using my interceptor reaction here, which is one of the few reactions that's ported over from the main game. And again, wounding on 5s, but looking for the 6s to rend. Okay, so that's 2 rends, 2 wounds.
All right, we'll take the 2 rends on our 5-up invulnerable save. Take them both. And on our 2-up armor save. We're good on those.
Okay. You're finished with the rest of your movement?
Yeah, we shuffled around a little bit. Instead of waiting for the Terminators and such to come to us, we're going to try and clear out this back line to avoid any risks of Randy getting scoring units into my deployment zone. So the Terminators have come over to open up this door and shoot down the way, hoping to make a charge around this corner into them as well, should anything be left after the Terminators take their shots. Over here, I'm a little nervous about tussling with that Dreadnought that's coming up the board. Now that I'm down to only 1 Iron Circle. They're at initiative 2, so it's typically a losing battle now that he doesn't have his 4-up invuln. So we're going to come this way and try and shield the way against any encroaching Terminators over there.
And for shooting, what do you got?
Yeah, so we're going to start, he's going to Battlesmith here on a 3-up. That Iron Circle will get a wound back. He's good, so we go back up to our full 5. And over here, we're going to shoot our Tyrant rocket launchers into the squad over here, as well as our combi bolters. Start with the Tyrant missiles.
I'm going to react here. So this is one of the different reactions. So I can move up to my highest unmodified initiative before he shoots. So let me do that now, and we'll see who's still in line of sight afterwards. I was trying to be a little strategic here. I knew I wasn't going to be able to fully get out of line of sight of the missiles, but instead what I did was got out of line of sight of his dreadnought, so he won't be able to charge me and lock them up. So there should be at least a couple who survive this onslaught. We'll see what happens.
Okay, and with that, do you have Artificer armor in this squad?
Yeah, I have the Sergeant has Artificer armor.
Okay, I think I'm not going to use my crack missiles this time, since I can see more of the squad. I'm going to try using my frag missiles, so twice as many shots, only strength 4 but pinning, and I'm hoping to give you some trouble there. So I'll roll this twice. This is 2 shots per Terminator. Hitting on 3s, roll a cocked. Yep. Wounding on 4s. That is 6 saves so far.
Okay.
And then we'll do that again. 12 more. 3s. Roll the cocked. Yep. And then 4s. Okay, 4 more, so 10 total on your armor save.
I'm not going to risk it on my Sergeant here because I think I'm going to need his leadership for the pinning. So just 3 ups here. Wow,
nice.
Saved them all.
All right.
Okay.
Then we have 6 combi bolter shots coming into you. 3s twin linked. And 4s. Just 1.
Okay. Also not going to do Artificer armor here because I feel like that's where I would get that 1. Yep. Okay. So just I'll take the guy in the back here.
Okay.
Any more shooting?
That's all that could see, so no.
Okay. All right, so we'll move on to my turn 3. I get 2 reinforcement points, and I'll come back with my movement. Okay, so I've finished my movement. Now that the Huskarls don't have to worry quite as much about the shots coming from the Terminators over there, I just huff them up the board. The Dreadnought moved over here. He's going to see if he might be able to make a charge at the Warlord over there. My Heavy Support Squad has moved up, hopefully to take out this Dreadnought. And then I also flanked in using my 2 reinforcement points with my 15-man Tactical Squad here. Tried to keep them out of sight of the Terminators so they didn't get intercepted, but they have enough distance where they can run into the deployment zone in the next turn. So what's your reaction going to be?
I'm going to opt to suppress this squad with my Terminator shooting through the door into you.
Okay.
As part of these only hit on 6s as their snapshots, but every weapon that doesn't already have it gains pinning, so I'm going to use the crack missile profile this time. So 12 shots coming at you, hitting on 6s. That's 2. A wound on 2s. That's 2. AP3,
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just kill 2 guys here. I'm not going to risk it on the Sergeant.
All right. And we have 8 shots coming at you from our heavy bolters. The 2 guys up front are in rapid fire, hitting on 6s. Twin linked. That's 1 hit. And a 4 up. That's nothing.
Okay. So my leadership kept the Sergeant alive for this. So we'll see. Leadership 8. He's good.
Nice.
Going to move on to shooting. These guys are going to shoot at the Dreadnought here. Here's the first 25 shots. And here's a 7. Okay. And again, 5s and 6s here. The 6s rending. So that's 2 rends and 1 wound so far. Thank you, my assistant Dean, handing my dice to me. Okay. So that's 2 more rends. 2 more saves. Last batch. 2 more rends. Okay. Whew. These guys are on fire right now.
All right.
So that's 2, 3, so that's 6 rends and 3 saves.
All right, we'll take the 6 rends on our 5-up invulnerable. And he's down to 1. And then our 3 armor saves on 2s.
Oh, damn, I really
6?
want to
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Woo! If only you hadn't killed those 2 guys. My Dreadnought is going to shoot with his Iliasis cannons into the Iron Circle and Praetor and then do a charge. So 1 rend, 1 save.
All right, we'll do the save. Yeah, we'll take the 5 up. We'll take it, and then a 3 up. We'll take it. So down to 3.
And the only thing I have left to do is the charge, which you don't really need to react to that.
No, I couldn't anyway.
Yeah. 7 plus 1, so it's an 8, which doesn't quite make it in. So he will shift forward, and it will go to Dean's turn 3.
All right, so the Dreadnought stayed in place, fearing the suppression reaction here. We just decided not to risk it and take the short charge. Still need to clear out my deployment zone because these guys are really sticking around longer than I'd like. So we brought in a brick of 10 Dominators, well within intercept range here. And then the Tyrants have scooched forward to get more shots off and be prepared to help out with the countercharge. Tacticals have moved up and closed this door just to hamper Randy as much as possible. And over here we've had our we've decided to avoid the Dreadnought altogether and instead risk our fortunes against the Initiative 1 on the Terminator Power Fists over there.
So I'm doing 2 reactions because of my Warlord trait. My Warlord's unit gets to do a free reaction. So I'm going to do my Imperial Fist advanced reaction to charge here, and then I'm also going to intercept the Dominators here. So it's 4 plus d6, so I can't really fail this charge. 6, yeah, they're definitely in. And then I'll come back with the dice roll for the intercept against the Dominators. Oh, okay. These ones. I apologize for my small hands. Technical difficulties.
What's this? 2s open for 6s?
Yes. So that's 2 rends so far. Not as much as I was hoping. And then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So 21 saves and 2 rends.
All right. We'll do the 2 rends on our 4 of Invuln. We take both, and that kills a Terminator.
Love to see it.
And you said 21?
Yes.
Okay. A whole lot of 2-ups, please. We lose 1 more Terminator.
Okay.
I can live with that. Listen, gentlemen.
I will move in here for the charge, and then we'll get ready for Dean's shooting phase. I've piled in my Terminators here, and then you're shooting with your Tyrants first.
That's right, yeah. I'm trying to thin the herd over here. Oops, he should have killed him, but that's fine. Yeah, so we're going to have the Tyrants open up while they still have line of sight, maybe charge in. The Dominators came on this turn, so they can't charge, so they're just going to hold their position, and then maybe the Dreadnought will shoot as well. So, starting with the crack missiles.
Actually, let me do a reaction here real fast, see how much I can hide.
Yeah.
All right, I got a few guys out of line of sight, but he'll still be able to do some damage.
12 shots, hitting on 3s.
That's nice.
Hitting on 2s. All right, that's all of them.
There's these 3 in line of sight. They'll just die. Are you shooting the Dreadnought at them as well?
Yeah, the Dreadnought will shoot as well. All right, so 2 melta guns and 1 havoc launcher. We'll start with the melta guns, hitting on 2s. 1 hit, hitting on a 2. That's 1 dead Marine.
1 more goes splat. The squad is not long for this world.
And then we will scatter our havoc launcher right on top here.
It's got 3 inches. Oh, it's going to the tacticals. That's not good.
Yeah, interesting. So we'll clip 1 in each squad.
Oh, it is twin linked if you want to re-roll, if you want to keep that.
You know what? Might as well. Yeah,
Okay.
That's a good idea.
So we just looked up. The Havoc Launcher is actually twin linked, so we're just going to re-roll that. And it's a hit. Okay.
So we'll take the 3 on our Elastus squad, winning on 3s. That's all 3, and you'll get your armor save on all 3 of those.
All right. So I'll try to keep the Sergeant alive. So we'll do the 2 3-ups first. So 1 dead, and then 1 more 3-up. So basically just the Sergeant is by himself now.
Over to charge phase. I think I'm just going to try the zigzag over here.
Hold on, I have to see if I pass my leadership.
Oh, right, yeah.
Which actually, this could be bad because in Zone Mortalis, if you fail leadership and fall back within an inch of a nearby squad, which is this, the nearby squad also has to take a bladder check. So let's hope that doesn't happen. He passes? Okay. So you're going to do your charge?
Yeah. And you come out, probably 3, over 3, and over 3 again for a 9-inch. Yeah, sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nope. So we'll surge forward
4 inches.
4 inches. Yeah. 3 to here, or 1 to here. Okay.
Okay. And then we'll go over to this combat over here. I'm going to issue a challenge.
I accept.
All right, there we go. See if I can get some points in this game.
Yeah.
We will come back when we get the dice ready. Our warlords have hopped on top of the tank here for their challenge. They're both initiative 5, so they'll be striking first. For my warlord trait, I am 1 additional weapon skill, so I'm hitting on 3s. And then my Paragon Blade is master crafted. Look at all those 6s. I could use those for the next roll. And then 3s to wound, but we're really looking for 6s. So 1, 6, and 2 invuln saves.
All right. So we'll do the invuln, or the 6 up first on my 4 up invuln. Is that right? Or is it 5 up for a normal?
You're a praetor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4 up.
Okay, 4 up. Ew. Okay. And then our 2 normal invuln saves. Okay, we take 1.
Okay.
Striking you back, hitting you on 5s. That's 1 hit. I'm gonna roll that 6 a second time now.
Don't do it.
Oh,
okay, good. All right. So I have a 3 up with the storm shield. Good. Okay,
Cool.
so I do 1 wound so far.
All right.
And then your Iron Circle is up next, your initiative 2.
Yes. So we will pile into your Terminators. Hitting on 5s, their weapon skill 4 natively. Nothing.
Okay. So I have 2 attacks each. My charge was disordered because of the Iron Circle shield. So that's going to be 10 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, not a great hit.
All right.
And then do this. Wounding on 2s. Okay, so 3 invulns.
All right. Well, the 5 ups on the Iron Circle shield. He takes 2. He's down to 1.
Okay.
I have 1 more attack coming in. The servo arm from my Praetor. He's going to strike your Praetor on a 5.
Uh-oh.
And he's going to wound you on a 2. Okay.
Uh-oh. All right, I need this 3 up here. Good.
All right.
So I win the combat by 3. Are you fearless with
I
your...
am with the Automata still alive, yeah.
Okay. So the Warlord takes 1 wound, the Automata takes 2 wounds, and we come to my turn 4, potentially the last turn of the game. On a 2 up, we go to turn 5, and then we go to turn 6 on a 4 up. The Imperial Fist movement is done. Obviously, the combat is still ongoing here. I've moved my Dreadnought up here. He's going to try to get off a charge on the Dominators or the Tyrant Siege Terminators, depending on how things shake out. I decided I had to be aggressive with the tacticals here because there is a chance this is the last turn of the game on a 1. And if it is, and these guys are not in his zone, then I just automatically lose. So I just had to kind of hoof it up the board and hope that they managed to survive through the turn. And then I brought in my breachers here, positioned them so that they couldn't get intercepted by the tyrants. But you're choosing to suppress against the tacticals, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we'll start with our Tyrant Siege Launchers on 6s. That's 2. And wounding on 2s. That's 2 at AP3.
Okay.
And then our Bolters. Hitting on 6s with Twin Linked. Fours. That is 4 armor saves.
Okay, so that's gonna be 3 dead. So just take off 3 here, and then that'll be a pinning check. Oh no, they're pinned. Well, that basically, if the game ends this turn, I basically lose. So let's hope that it doesn't end this turn. And then we'll go on to my shooting. The Iliastus is gonna shoot and try to take out the Dreadnought here. So 1 guy left. Hopefully he can do it. Hits 3 times. This is why the Imperial Festival is so good. 5s and 6s. Oh, look at that. He's pissed. Okay,
All right.
so 1 pen and 2 saves.
For drama, we'll do the armor saves first. 2s.
Oof.
Okay. 1-5 up.
Do it.
Oh.
Okay, my breachers are going to shoot at him. Do the melting gun first.
We will displace on this one.
Okay.
And we will move out of melt the gun sight. Yep.
You might have just gotten completely out of range here. I think there's one bolter that can still see you, so we'll shoot with that one bolter. Hits once. Give me a 6. No. But these guys, even though they're pinned, they can still shoot. Or they can snap fire, right?
Yep.
Okay. So there's going to be 16 snap firing shots, too. And I believe the Imperial Fist rule makes this snap firing on a 5 up instead of a 6.
Oh, yes. All right. Oh, yeah. Just +1 to hit.
Yeah. 1.
Oh, that's all you need. All right.
Come on, baby.
Don't show me a skull.
Cannot kill this freaking dreadnought. So that maybe changes things up for me. Can maybe shoot the Dominators and multi-charge the Dread. But I really wanted to get rid of them. I mean, they're both scary as hell. But I think, yeah, getting rid of that Dreadnought is a priority. Okay, so the plan here, this is not what I was hoping to do, but that Dreadnought just will not die. So my Dread is going to shoot at the Dominators, and then we'll attempt a multi-charge to the Dominators and the Dreadnought.
I think I'm going to declare my special reaction, because I don't see it happening any other time this game, and Bitter Fury back into your Dreadnought.
Okay. So we got 8 shots. And 2s. Wounding on 2s, looking for 6s. So that's 1 rend and 5 saves.
Okay. We did the 5 saves. We take 1. And the 4-up rend, we're good on that one. We'll pop it on this gentleman here. And then we have everybody who can see is in rapid fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 times 4 is 28 shots. With Bitter Fury, I have to roll these one at a time because they have Gets Hot. 4 shots per gentleman. We'll start with the wounded guy, hitting on 3s with Twin Linked. Oh, he takes a wound, so we'll have to roll that in a moment. Next one, we'll just go down the line. Another Gets Hot. While he's hit, we'll do our Gets Hot real quick on the wounded guy. He's good. This guy, he's good. This guy, he's good. Okay, and then strength 5 right now because we're Iron Warriors shooting at a Dreadnought, but still wounding on 6s. 3 armor saves. I think this was worth it. Oh yeah,
saved it. Okay. So I'm going to attempt my charge here. Multi-charge basically right in the middle here. So I need a 6. Ooh. All right.
Here he comes.
So let's start with this over here. I'm going to do all my attacks into your Dreadnought.
Sure.
So it's 4 attacks hitting on 4s. 3 hits. So that's 6 saves. Do not pass. Do not pass all of these.
Here we go. No, he's super dead.
Okay, so
he does
I get
fight.
a point for killing an elite, and this also stops him from getting a point for killing one of my units.
Oh, because nothing's died yet, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's incredible.
So that was why I really needed to do this, because this is an
okay,
important...
we'll do his explosion in a moment. He fights back. We're going to use his Graviton Fist against you. 4 attacks. No, 3 attacks. No, 4 attacks because he has 2 melee weapons. Hitting on 4s. Okay. These are haywire. Haywire and Brutal 2. So
Okay,
these are
so
4 invulns.
I feel like the regular fist might be better in this situation.
Probably, but it's not what I modeled.
Yeah, that's fair.
The other one's a chain fist. So,
I take 3. So down to 3.
cool.
And we want to roll for explosion.
Yeah, D6 inches.
Give me 6.
Big
Yes.
6. Oh boy. Okay. So that's going to clip the entire squad of Dominators and 1 Tyrant.
Definitely going to get a few
And
more
then
guys.
everybody up to here is going to get got. Out of line of sight here? Does that block that in Zone Mortalis?
I'm not sure. Yeah. It's 2 guys. Just roll it. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, we'll go this way.
So
the 2 guys
two
here
guys.
on 2s. That's 2.
Okay. 1 guy eats it.
Yep. And then we have 7 in your tactical squad. Okay, that's 4.
Wow. Okay, so 3 go down.
And then 1 on your Dreadnought. It's a 5, so that'll wound.
He's good.
Okay.
And then
yeah,
1, 2,
8 Dominators. Yep.
So that's all 8.
Nice. And you might 2 ups here. That's 1 dead Terminator.
All right.
Okay.
One
And
less
then
attacking.
1 Tyrant for you.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Kill the wounded gentleman.
All right, so now you attack with your
Yes.
Dominators. This is going to hurt, I think.
3 inches?
Yes, I think so.
I've been playing too much 40k. Can't quite make it, but it'll come around. So we'll get 4 guys in.
I mean, as long as they're within 2 inches of a guy in base, they can attack. So he can.
Oh, okay.
I think they can all still attack.
Okay,
except
cool.
maybe that guy. Why don't you check him?
He's 2 inches of that guy. Yeah. And then 2 inches. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody can get
Yeah.
There's 8, so 2 attacks each. That'll be 16 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Weapon skill 4 on Dominators.
So weapon skill 4.
Good roll.
Or the weapon skill 5, right?
Yeah, weapon skill 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
And 3 is to wound.
2s because I'm Iron Warriors.
Oh, right.
Still a
there
lot
we
of
go.
1s, but that is brutal 2,
8.
so 8 saves.
Uh-oh. So I need to save 6 of these. Not quite. All right. So he's going to explode.
Explosion
now.
round 2.
6 again.
Oh man. You're safe this time, but you still have 6 of this squad. That guy's out, and you'll clip 3 Tyrants and all 8 Dominators. Or
There's
7
7
Dominators.
now. Yeah. So the Dominators. So that's going to be 6.
Okay. 2s. We're good.
And then how many?
3 Tyrants.
That's going to be all 3.
Right, 2s again. Take 1.
All right. I like that. And then you had how many of mine?
6 of the tacticals.
Okay.
That's 4.
So 1 more goes down.
I think that's everything.
Okay, that was brutal combat, but it needed to happen. And then he goes away. And then we go back to the challenge here. I got my 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. All hit. Oh, sorry. All hit. And then wounding on 3s, but we're looking for 6s. Just 1 wound. Not great.
Okay. The 4 up invuln. We take it.
Okay.
And we'll fight back with our Paragon Blade, hitting on 5s. It's 1. Same thing. No wound.
Okay.
Just ticks down 1 more.
All right. Slowly getting them down.
Okay.
And then your Iron Circle.
Iron Circle will hit on 5s. It's 1 hit. Wounding on a 2. That is 1 brutal 2.
What's the strength?
Strength 9.
Strength 9? Yeah, okay, so it kills a guy. So one of these guys goes splat. So I have 8 attacks now. And 2s. So 3 wounds.
Okay. I think I have to do these one at a time because they could go into my combat. So 5 ups on the Iron Circle. He dies. And then 2 4-ups on my Praetor. He lives.
Oh my god.
God.
So technically it was a tied combat. We each did 2 wounds to each other, but he wins because of bloody-handed. He gets an extra wound to combat. I'm stubborn with the Huskarls, so leadership 10. We're good.
All right.
And then, so we just pile in here. I was not expecting this combat to go 3 turns, but here we are.
No.
All right, so we're about to go into Dean's turn 4, which I think is going to hurt. Okay, why don't you walk us through your movement here?
All right, so the Terminators, having cleared out the Dreadnoughts over here, are moving in to seal up this this flank over here. Tyrants are here. They're hoping to engage the Tacticals. The Dominators are hoping to pin down the Breachers. We brought on our last squad of Tactical Marines. With their pinning bolters, I'm hoping to have them here so they can fire into the Breachers. These Tacticals have shifted up to make a wall to keep the Huskarls from getting in through that door when my Praetor inevitably bites the dust. And I think that's it, so I'm just ready for Randy's reactions.
Okay, so it's probably not going to do anything, but I really, if there's any chance that I can pin the Dominators, that would be great. So I'm going to react to their movement here and see if I get lucky with some 6s. So I have the Melt-A-Gun. Nope. And then I have 12 bolters hitting on 5s. Hitting on 4s. So 2 wounds.
All right, that's our 2 up. We take 1.
Yes, pinning
We're
test.
for a pinning test. And we are leadership 9.
Yes!
Gosh, all right. Oh boy. Okay.
That could not have gone any better.
A 2 up into a 9 up. Oh man. All right.
So just put a marker here for them, and the squad is also still pinned. All right, so what are you doing for shooting?
All right, we're gonna have the tactical shoot over here. You have 18 inches of range.
Okay, I'm going to do a reaction to that.
Yep.
Come back in a second. I moved my breachers over, so only 3 guys have line of sight right now.
All right, and with those 3 guys, we have 10 shots, thanks to our Hammer of Olympia. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Wounding on 4s. Okay, has 4 saves. These are pinning.
This whole side of the board is going to be pinned real soon. Okay, so 2 guys go down, and then pinning tests. Good.
All right. Okay, and now we'll have the Tyrants shoot. I got to get you out of my board in case this is the last turn, so we're going to shoot into those Tacticals.
They're pinned. There's nothing they can do.
Yeah. 10 attacks from our Tyrant launchers, hitting on 3s. And wounding on 2s. Oops. That's 6, AP3.
So let me do...
Artificer armor?
Yeah, so I think I have to do Artificer. We're going by the rule of initiative. So we'll do the first 4. So he dies, and then 2 more.
Cool. All right, and then our bolt guns. 3s rerolling, twin linked. 4s. 4 more armor saves.
2. So basically, that's everybody you can see.
Out of line of sight. All right, I can't charge you now. That's fine. 'Cause you're also out of my zone.
So now I have to take a... There's no more shooting.
There is no more shooting. No.
Okay, so that was definitely more than
I'll do some snapshots here.
25% of the squad. So let me just do a leadership check for these guys real fast. So the sergeant's dead, so that's a 7. They definitely fail. They fell back to the board edge 5 inches. It's just off the board edge. Fortunately, they're not within an inch of everybody, so nobody else is going to be falling back, thankfully. And they're no longer pinned because they're falling back. All right, and then you're doing some snapshots into the breachers.
Yeah, our pinned Terminators will snapshot into the breachers. They're real mad now. All right, we got 7 times 2 shots for a total of 14. And 6s rerolling. 5 hits. Into 4s. 3 saves.
Save them all.
Nice.
Okay.
That's everything.
So the real question is, are you going to charge in with your tacticals?
I think their Praetor would insist upon it. So yes, they will be charging.
Okay. So I think that's like a, 4-inch charge, 3-inch charge?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Better measure.
You might, I don't know, you might still have it. Oh yeah, you have it. That's
all right.
Yeah.
Just barely. Not going too far though. They're not pleased about this order.
Typical Iron Warriors just killing their guys for no real reason. But this does mean that the Huskarls cannot attack into the challenge. So, Praetor is
vital.
trying to keep himself alive. Let's go into
Praetor fight.
Praetor fight. Mm-hmm. So, would you like to strike first this time?
I think I would. With my 1 wound. Hitting on 5s. Oh, that's 3 hits.
Did not want to see that. No 6.
Come on. Oh. Just the 1-6.
Okay. 3 up.
3 up.
Oh.
All right.
All right. And then striking back. I'll reroll that. I'll hit. So 1-6. Oh, so I'm just rolling together because either way, he's.
Yes. Okay. 4s. Oh, just barely.
All right. I win the challenge, which is a victory point for me, which means nothing if this turn ends this game, but could be very vital if it goes another turn. So then your guys strike next, initiative 4.
I think these 4 won't be able to get in, but everybody else will. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 guys with chain swords. That's 30 attacks, I believe, for two melee weapons and a charge. All right. Hitting on 5s. And wounding on 4s with Shred. Okay. That is 9 saves.
Come on, 2 ups. Don't fail me now. 1 guy takes a wound.
All right.
I'll live with that. So I got my 8 attacks back. Hitting on 3s. Roll that. 1 miss. 2s to splat. Jesus. So 3 dead.
Okay. No, 4.
4. Okay.
Okay.
So you take your leadership check at minus 5.
4.
Because the
Oh, right, because Praetor took 1. And then I wounded 1 Terminator.
Oh, minus 4, yes.
And then I have a Vexilla, so minus 3.
Minus 3, okay.
I need a 5. Ooh, okay, we're running.
Okay, I have Cataphracti, so I can't chase you down.
And we're going very far. Or is only 1d6 for Vexilla?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll reroll that. Okay, 2.
Okay, so we will come back. I'll consolidate and we'll come back for my... Actually, no, this might be the end of the game. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes.
Continues at anything but a 1. Okay, we are definitely here for turn 5. We're back here for my movement. The Huskarls have just followed the fleeing tacticals. Really need to get through them, so hopefully I can take them out and then charge through the door there. I have brought my last tactical squad on over here. If the turn, this door is locked, they're gonna shoot it, destroy it, and hopefully if it goes one more turn, they can easily just hop onto the board edge here and no one will really be able to challenge them. Over here, my breachers have moved up to get in the face of this tactical squad. And also this lone heavy support sergeant has moved up. He is now in the zone, so he's gonna have to deal with him. And finally, I actually have to take a leadership check for these guys to see if they keep falling back. They do. I think with Zone Mortalis, you automatically regroup when you hit the board edge, right? Let me double check that. Okay, so they do fall off the board edge. It's only in the reaction if they fail the reaction in the assault phase, they regroup when they hit the board edge. But because they were just falling back, they are fleeing for their lives. So you are suppressing over here, correct?
Mm-hmm. The tacticals are going to suppress the breachers.
Okay.
3 of them can't see, so that is 3 times 7 shots for 21 shots. 6s, rerolling 1s. Okay, 4 hits. 4s. Just 1.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. Shooting. I will start with my lone Iliastus shooting into the tacticals. 4 shots. Hitting on 2s. Winning on 2s. So 1 dead.
Okay.
And then the breachers are going to shoot at them as well. So that's 1 meltagun.
I think I'll displace on this one.
Okay.
What I'm doing is, I'm assuming that door is going to open, and I need to be in position to run over and shoot these guys on the next turn.
Okay.
Still not the gun range.
So the meltagun still hits and then kills 1. And then I'm just going to use bolt pistols because I'm going to try to charge in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolt pistols. Hitting on 2s. Winning on 4s. So 3 saves.
Good.
Okay. The tacticals over here are going to shoot that door and try to destroy it.
18 bolt guns.
Should be 20, right?
Oh, does Sergeant have bolt gun too?
They all have bolt guns. So hitting on 2s. And then it's strength 4, so I need 6s. It's enough to destroy it.
Nice.
The door is open. So if there is another turn, these guys are going to be able to rush through it and get on to deployment zone. Also quick to note, I don't know if we've said this before, when you come in from the reinforcements, you can't charge. That's why we haven't done any charges so far, and that's why I would have probably charged with crack grenades there to get closer, but I was not able to do that with this. I may as well shoot the combi Volkite over here. The bolter part is 2 shots. Both hit. 1 wound.
Take it.
And then the Volkite, 1 hit, 1 wound.
Take it.
And then Defilgrate. I think it's strength 5. Yes.
I saved that one.
Okay. All right. So kill 2. On to charges. So I'm going to declare a charge here. So you have to try to regroup.
I do.
7. You're good. Okay. So I'm going to charge in there. They're in. And then the breachers are going to attempt to charge the tacticals. I think closest to closest here is 3 inches. They're in with a 7. Okay, we'll pile in and come back with the close combat. Okay, we're gonna move over to this because this combat's very important. If I can get these tacticals to die or flee and get into the deployment, that will be huge right now. First is my Praetor, hitting on 3s, Mastercrafted, and then wounding on 3s. Oh, Jesus. So he kills 2.
I'll pile in and fight now.
Yes. They're all in.
Yep. So that's 6 normal guys and 1 sergeant. 2 attacks each, 3 from the sergeant. On 5s. And 4s re-rolling.
Like that. Do that again.
Nope.
I'm going to start on my Praetor because I don't want my Huskarls to disappear. So he takes 1. I'll keep going. He takes 2. I will do the last one on the Huskarl. Okay. So Praetor takes 2 wounds. That's not great. So he's down to 1, right?
Yeah.
So he's down to 1. So 12 attacks from the Huskarls because of the charge. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. Okay, so that's
7?
2, 4, 6, 7. So yes, that's the rest of the squad. Woo. They're on a mission here. So now this is very important. If I can get through that door with my 5-inch consolidation, that's going to make what happens over here much less scary. So we're going to see what happens here. Oh, look at that. Just barely. Okay, so I'll hold off on the rest of the consolidation, but let's go over here, do these attacks. My Sergeant's Thunderhammer, so you're striking last, but do you want to do your pile-ins over here?
Yeah. So you had to engage these guys, right?
No.
Even if you end within an inch of them?
So I've looked that up before.
Yeah.
The only time you don't have to worry about the inch rule is if you're charging another unit.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because Beto's done that before.
Oh, that's odd. Okay.
So I have 6 guys attacking. So that's 12 attacks. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. So that's 6 wounds.
Take 1. And then I have 10 guys who can fight. Or, sorry, 10 plus a sergeant. On 4s. 4s rerolling. Oops, drop 1. There you go.
How many? I guess it doesn't really matter.
10, 11.
10, 11, okay. So I want to keep my sergeant alive. So I'll do, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do 7 first. So that's 2 dead from that. So that should still be good here. So that's 5 dead total. And then I'll just do my rolls to the sergeant real fast. 3 attacks, 4s, doesn't do anything. Okay, so he wins by 4.
And then I have a Vexilla. Oh, you have a Vexilla as well? Or is
No.
yours?
Oh, so he wins by 5 because he has Vexilla.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically need a 3. Nope. Do you want to try to run me down?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinarily we would tie, but actually in Zone Mortalis, you get +1 for sweeping advantages. So he just swept me. I'll do my consolidation move here.
That'll be mine.
And we'll come back for Dean's turn 5.
All right, so we are scared of this being the final turn. So what we're going to do is just dump as much gunfire into these Huskarls as possible. The tacticals have moved up to do what they can. The Tyrants have moved here. I think all they can see is the Praetor, so hopefully they can kill him with their missiles. And then we need to kill this this lone gentleman here, and that should do it. And then turn 5 or 6 shows up. We may be in trouble, but we'll see.
I'm electing to suppress with my tacticals over there into his tacticals. Only 5 can see. It's 10 shots. Hitting on 5s. Winning on 4s. So 3 wounds.
Yep, 3 up saves. We take 1.
All right. Pinning.
We have a sergeant there. We're good.
Oh, double 1. Okay, well,
Okay. All right.
it's 1 less bolter.
Yep.
All right.
On to shooting. We have everybody in rapid fire here. So there's 5, 10, 11 guys
I'm
for a
going to
total of
react.
33 shots. Ooh, yeah.
So I reacted. I moved more of my guys in there to try to get as much into the zone as possible.
All right, we have 33 shots coming out of our tactical range. 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Loving those 2s.
I'm not. Okay. Okay. Wounding on 4s. That'll be 7, please, or 9, please.
2s. Oh, that's not good. So basically, the guy on 1 wound dies, another guy dies, and then 1 more guy on 1 wound.
Okay, now the Tyrants are going to shoot. They can see more things now, so it's not just shooting the Praetor in a barrel. 10 shots here on 3s. And 2s. Oops. Okay, 5. 5 2-ups.
This is not good because this could double me out. I gotta save as many of these as I can. All good. Okay.
All right, and then some bolt guns. 10 shots there. Twin linked. 4s. Okay, that is 5.
All good.
Okay. That is a leadership test, though.
Yes. Leadership 10. Good.
All right. Over here, I don't think we want to kill him in shooting. So we might be able to charge into him and then consolidate for a little extra movement. So we're just going to charge him.
Okay. I mean, the reaction here does not make sense, so it doesn't matter. There, and look at that.
Hello.
But I do get to strike first.
That's right.
Maybe I can take out the guy in one wound.
And it's probably too narrow to charge here, right? Get the tyrant into them.
I don't think you can move through your tacticals.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, I'll do my 2 attacks here.
Yep.
No hits. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
I'm gonna make you roll. If this guy somehow doesn't die, he will be an absolute legend.
3s.
No, I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Okay.
All right.
Nail biter here.
Roll. What is that? 10 ones? You can do it.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Oh, I can't. I'm
Nope.
sorry.
He survived actually a really long time. This squad came in clutch for me.
He was a problem.
They were a pain in the butt for you.
Yeah, so if we don't roll a 4 up here, I lose. Pinch you, yeah?
Yeah, the tide has like switched from last turn.
Yeah.
Where like it was a guaranteed lose for me if we rolled. Now it's a guaranteed lose for him if we don't get it. So we'll see.
All right.
All right.
Would you like to do this one?
Sure. Thank you. Oh, one more
Okay, okay.
Unfortunately for me, I get 2 reinforcement points, but I don't have anything that can come on near this edge because the fast attack, the elites, are both 2 points. So it's almost not really worth bringing them on, I think, because there's nowhere they can go to do anything worth it. So I just won't even worry about that. So the tacticals are gonna move up. We'll come back with my movement. Okay, so I've moved up the tacticals, and then Dean declared his suppression against the tacticals. So because of that, I decided to move my Huskarls closer.
33 shots on 6s.
Do you get to reroll the ones still from
I do.
snap shots?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, there's another 6. Wounding on 4s. 2.
One dies, and then that's a pinning check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whew. All right, so I'll take out one guy in the back, and I'll come back for my shooting. So the tactical is going to shoot with bolt pistols since they're your tacticals.
I'll displace off that.
Okay. Cowards.
Strategic.
So 9 bolt pistol shots, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. Yep.
3s. We lose 2.
And then the Praetor will shoot his combi. So combi bolter. Both hit. 1 wound.
Good.
And then the Volkite. Nothing. Okay, on to assault. I will charge with the Praetor squad in.
We will attempt the reaction there.
Okay.
We need an 8.
Good.
We succeed, so we'll pass all of our following morale checks.
Okay. So Praetor squad is in with an 8, and then the tacticals are also going to charge. They're in with an 11. There we are, all nice and cozy. My Praetor is going to strike first with 5 attacks on Paragon Blade, hitting on 3s. Mastercrafted. Then 3s to splat. So he kills 3. You want to do your attacks back?
Yeah. We'll try and put everything into the tacticals.
So this guy, because he's in base, has to go into them,
okay,
and then everyone else can go to the tacticals.
Okay. 5 into the tacticals. 10 attacks on 4s. 4s rerolling. 3 saves.
One guy goes down.
And our mighty sergeant into your Praetor.
Oh, wow. He's pissed.
4s. Okay, 2.
Good.
All right.
All right. Then I have my tacticals.
7.
7 who can attack, because he's got a power fist will attack for the second. So that's 14. 4s. 4s again. So that's 4 saves and tacticals.
Lose 2.
And then I have 6 attacks from the Huskarls, hitting on 3s. So 3 more dead. And then I think the sergeant, he's in the back there, so I don't think he can reach. So do your, I think you basically need double 1s.
No, I did the reaction, so I'm
Oh, you did the, oh,
yeah.
right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you know what, that's good for me. It means you can't shoot.
Yeah.
All right, so consolidate. All right, and we'll come back with Dean's turn 6. The definitive last turn of the game.
Yep. This is where it all happens. The tyrants have pushed forward. We can't shoot because with them consolidating back in, and the sergeant auto-passing morale, brave as he is, that kind of hamstrung our greater battle plan. So he'll be getting a stern talking to if he survives this. We're going to have the tyrants charge in. They're going to multi-charge, hoping to get around into everything and make room for the dominators to get in as well. Actually, they will not multi-charge because I need them to get into this one and leave room. And if I had to multi-charge, I would have to go into the closest thing, right?
Yes.
So we're just going to charge the tacticals.
Okay. It's 11.
11?
You definitely are.
Yeah. 11. Yeah, all over the place. And then the dominators will be charging through the door. The most consequential role of my game. A 6 will do it. Yep. Okay. Nice. Yep, okay. All right.
Okay. So the Praetor strikes first.
Yes.
I will attack the Dominators. 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Mastercrafted. Nope. 2 hits. Really need some 6s here. No, just 1 wound.
4 up. We're good.
Oof. Not a good start.
My sergeant fights, and as do your tacticals. A sergeant will fight your Praetor. 5s. Nothing this time.
Okay. So my tacticals.
7 guys.
All these guys in here. So I have 2 that are going to attack the sergeant. 1 hits. Doesn't wound. And then I have, Was that 3, 4, 5? 5, they're going to attack the tyrants. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 4s. So 1 wound on the tyrants.
2 up. We're good.
Okay. And then everything else is unwieldy. Why don't I do my Huskarl attacks real fast? Just get out of the way.
Yeah.
So I have 4 attacks into the Dominators. Hitting on 3s. Oof. 1, 2 hits. 2s to wound. Just 1 wound.
4 up. You kill the back guy back. Okay, let's do my tyrants. So that's 3 attacks per. 2, 3, 4, and then 3 for the sergeant. It's 4. Hitting on 4s into the tacticals.
Like that.
And 2s.
Don't like that.
It's 5 dead tacticals.
Okay.
Let's see how many dominators we can get in. Oops. And these two will be within 2 inches of that guy, so we'll get everybody. Yep, okay. That is 6 dominators for 3 attacks each. Okay, hitting on 5s. Come on, bees. Okay, there's a couple. 2s. Alright, these are brutal too.
So the first one on the guy with 1 wound, he dies. Next one on the full health one, he dies. And then 4 on my prayer. This is not looking good. He needs to pass all of these. 3 ups. Yes!
Oh my gosh. All right. And your Power Fist Sergeant can fight?
Yes. 2 attacks. 2s.
Take 1.
Kills 1.
Okay, so I lost 2, 3 total. And you lost 3.
Well, so we have to, so this, because these guys are not in combat with them.
Right.
So that doesn't count towards his combat res. So I did 1 wound to you with him, or I didn't do anything?
With him,
did I do
one,
any wounds?
1 Dominator died. 1
Dominator. So I did 1 wound to you,
Mm-hmm.
and you did 3 wounds to me.
Yeah.
So you won that combat by 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then this combat you won by
3.
well, look, because you killed like
I
7
killed
guys, right?
5.
And I killed.
Oh, okay. Yes. I think I only killed 5.
You only killed 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do the tacticals first. So I got 2 wounds. You got 5 wounds. So I lose. So I need a 5 or less. So they're definitely running, which means that you can't sweep them, but they don't count as scoring because they're falling back. So now my Praetor needs an 8. So this dice roll literally determines if I win or lose this game. I do not want another 11. Yes! Good game, dude.
Good game.
That literally came down to the last dice roll. All right, we're going to wrap things up, and we'll talk to you guys in the end game. All right, what a game. I literally don't think I've ever had a game come down to literally the last dice roll before. That was crazy. So yeah, because the Praetor was there, it meant that his deployment zone was contested and it went down to kill points. So I got the Warlord kill, and I killed your Dreadnought, and then I also had a challenge kill.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the Dreadnought kill.
Yeah.
So man, that was really close. And like especially like with Zone Mortality, the first couple of turns are like so slow, and then it just like everything happens at once.
Yeah.
But your Dreadnought not dying.
You tanked so many.
Like that last wound was so hard to take off. I mean, it really screwed up my plans on the side of the board.
Yeah.
And it just kind of turned into a mosh pit where like I just couldn't move anything there. But like fortunately the Iliastis kind of like held the line there.
They're strong. Yeah.
They're really good.
I think I underestimated them and their killing power. They're
Yeah.
good guns.
But I mean, the interesting thing is I feel like almost half my army I couldn't bring on. Like I had one more dreadnought, I had my phalanx wardens.
Oh, right.
And like I just like didn't have the points for them, which is the interesting thing with Zone Mortalis is like you kind of have to make those choices of what matters most. And because I needed to get all the way across the board, it just like I just never had the reinforcement points to like make it work. So I really had to just like shove everything I could down your throat and just hope something stuck. Which like literally the player there on one last one.
Meta passes 4-3 ups.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Leadership, yeah, man, he's a tough guy.
Those visual storm shields are ridiculous. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you again for coming on for another Bat Rep with us. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let us know if we messed anything up. I'm sure we messed something up. There's always something. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.